Hey folks, welcome to Gaming News Weekly. First off, we want to apologize for the lack of content and missing last week's video. The truth is we kind of hit a rut, but we want to give a huge shout out to VG for the super encouraging comment on our last video. We really appreciate the support and want to keep on improving our content. So with that out of the way, let's get started with this week's news. Starting off with what would have been in last week's video, an announcement and trailer for a debut game from a studio based in Egypt called Rumbling Games Studio. The game is called Knights of Light. The developers have released a few videos on their YouTube channel, showing off quite a bit of early in-engine footage, which looks to be absolutely gorgeous. And the animation work looks to be top-notch for a smaller development studio. Knights of Light will be a historical action RPG inspired by games such as Assassin's Creed and The Witcher 3. One thing that really stood out to us is multiple playable characters. We've seen this done in GTA 5, and it will be very interesting to see how it is handled in this game. Knights of Light does not have a release window and will be coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC. After 2016's Doom reboot, it is no surprise that Bethesda would create a sequel. Doom launched to critical acclaim, and it seems that Doom 2 Hell on Earth may be showing at E3 this year, as teased by Pete Hines of Bethesda. What is there to say? More Doom? The Doom reboot was one of the best shooters in years and not only looked phenomenal, but ran excellent as well. Here's to more Doom in 2018. Next up, Bungie has confirmed that the next Destiny 2 expansion is called Warmind, and it will be released on May 8th. Along with the expansion is many changes coming to the game, which isn't surprising since Bungie seems to be desperately trying to fix Destiny 2. One really interesting change is that all Crucible maps from both Curse of the Osiris, the last expansion, and Warmind will be available to all players. This is very commendable, and should stop the community from being split up as much. The first Destiny 2 expansion was kind of disappointing for a lot of people, including myself. It only introduced a smaller raid lair. Hopefully Warmind can breathe some new life into what seems to be a dying game. Almost every week we talk about a Battle Royale game. 2018 is going to be known as the year of the Battle Royale. This week there are more rumors around the next Call of Duty game. A lot of reputable sources are saying that instead of a campaign, Black Ops 4 will include a Battle Royale mode. If this is the case, this would be the first Call of Duty game to not include a single player campaign. Let us know what you guys think of this. Do you care if Black Ops 4 has a campaign or not? I certainly enjoy the Call of Duty campaigns, especially the Black Ops series, so I would be a little disappointed if it didn't include one. There were also leaks that a Battle Royale mode would be added to the next Battlefield game as DLC, and not included at launch. All we know is that we are eagerly awaiting a AAA developed Battle Royale. Only time will tell which comes first. Sticking with Battle Royale news, Darwyn Project has now gone free to play. Originally costing $15, this is definitely a smart move from the developers. Eliminating the cost of entry should bring in many more curious players. Darwyn Project is unlike any other Battle Royale game. It is much smaller and focuses on tracking your opponents down. Everyone starts with the same two weapons, and you cannot find better ones in the world. This creates a level playing field and requires actual skill, not luck, to win. We recommend that you try it out. After all, it's free, and available on Steam and Xbox One. Speaking of Steam, this week Valve bought the small 12-man game development studio Campo Santo, the developers behind Firewatch. Everyone at the studio has remained employed, and they are continuing work on their next game, In the Valley of the Gods, expected in 2019. Although a small studio, we saw excellent work from them in Firewatch, and with Valve backing them, we expect to see much more in future games. The next news item is quite sad, but also exciting. If you play Hearthstone as much as we do, I'm sure you've heard of Ben Brody. He is the game director for Hearthstone and the public face of the game. He announced this week that after 15 years of working for Blizzard and 10 years as the game director for Hearthstone, he is leaving the company to start up his own game development studio. It's definitely sad to see Ben leave, and he will be missed, but very exciting to know that he'll be using his skills to create new experiences. We don't know what his studio will be called or have any info on games they will be developing. Finishing off this week's news is an announcement trailer for Serious Sam 4, Planet Badass. We didn't get much info, just a trailer showing Sam driving down a pretty country road into hordes of enemies. And it finishes off with a message saying see you at E3 2018. So I guess we'll have to wait until E3 to find out more. That's gonna wrap up this video. Again, I want to apologize for missing last week's video. We have many ideas brewing around over here, so make sure you guys get subscribed for more. As always, this is Simple Logics, signing out.